the Stallion Research Film of the Month. Brought to you by Horse Logic. Visit them at horselogicpro.com.
In the May edition of the Horse Logic Film of the Month, I chronicled the exploits of myself and retired thoroughbred trainer Hal Wiggins as we assessed yearlings at the 2017 Ruidosa Select Yearling Sale, and we called it the Thoroughbred Eye for the Quarter Horse Buy. If you haven't seen it, go to the video section of StallionResearch.com and you'll find all of the Horse Logic Films of the Month there. With StallionResearch.com and my travels, I run across many owners that delight in the sport of quarter horse racing, and I heard so much positive feedback about the show that we did, Thoroughbred Eye for the Quarter Horse Buy, that I thought surely there's a spin-off of this idea worth putting on film for the StallionResearch.com viewers. Now, unique enough, something that seems to be way more prevalent in the thoroughbred side of racing as compared to the quarter horse racing side is the existence of formal partnerships. Partnerships in horse racing are a way of being in the game but sharing the expense with others. Yes, you share the winnings if there are any, but more importantly, the high cost of owning a racing prospect is at a fraction instead of shouldering the entire cost. I thought in this film I would explore the world of setting up a quarter horse racing partnership. I will assess setting up this hypothetical partnership scenario from the initial idea as well as rounding up partners to invest and then going to the sales with a plan of action. So here it is, this month's film, where I created such a partnership with hypothetical money from my favorite hypothetical banker I borrowed the money from in the Thoroughbred Eye for the Quarter Horse Buy.
Hiya, Greg. What can I do for you today?
I need to borrow another $10,000 to get a quarter horse racing partnership going.
Oh, Greg, here at the Hypothetical Bank of Reno, we are all about setting up hypothetical loans for hypothetical ventures. So absolutely. Are you sure you don't need more than $10,000?
No, I'm good with $10,000.
Okay, great. Anything for you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Brought directly to you at the barn, Horse Logic, equine supplement products scientifically formulated for the competitive horse and chosen by top professionals in the quarter horse racing world to help you achieve success. From sail-fitting yearlings to putting powerful muscle growth into a runner, Horse Logic gives horsemen the advantage of proven supplements for peak performance. The hottest name in supplements in the quarter horse racing world, Horse Logic Professional.
Also, what I want to show people, the partnerships can be just as fun or maybe even funner than somebody that's paying the bills on the horse entirely. So
I think it can be a lot more fun because you get somebody to share it with. And like when I was running in California for those years, I had guys that worked at service stations and the shipyards and all kind of backgrounds that couldn't afford one by themselves. There'd be 3 or 4 of them would get together, and they talked about it during the week. They got passes to the races, they got parking passes with their cars. They just absolutely had a ball with it, and it was just a lot more fun, and it wasn't any pressure to them, but they got something to share all their enjoyment with. They really did like the race.
You got somebody to go out to dinner and celebrate with afterwards.
You just can't imagine how much fun they had, and anything you can do with other people is more fun doing it by yourself. It was very rewarding. They had a lot of fun doing it, and they didn't have the pressure of all of the financial thing on themselves either.
First steps first, name the partnership. Something catchy, something to take notice, something clever and that eludes confidence in success. We'll call it Millionaire to Be Partners. Next, design some sharp looking silks to distinguish your partnership horses for all the quarter horse world to see. Next, formulate a game plan. For this partnership, I'm looking to be one of a 10-way partnership. Each partner will make an initial investment of $10,000. And with the $100,000 bankroll, I'll go out and buy one yearling from 4 different yearling sales in 2018. First, I will attend the LQHBA sale in Kinder, Louisiana in early August. Louisiana is the land of futurities, starting early in the year, ending with the $1 million state-bred futurity at the end of the year at Evangeline Downs. Then it will be off to Ruidosa during the Labor Day weekend, the Ruidosa Select Yearling Sale. It's where the top yearling prospects in the world converge. It's the equivalent of the first book of Keeneland in the thoroughbred world, with the ultimate goal picking a horse to go towards the futurities in the middle of the summer on the mountain. After the Labor Day weekend in mid-September, I will head to Oklahoma City for the Heritage Place yearling sale. It's truly the place where champions are sold. And the Oklahoma racing calendar is another state that's chock full of futurities for 2-year-olds. And then in the 1st of October, it's off to the West Coast for the Los Al Equine Sale. So much money to be run at in the futurities in California, with the Los Al $2 million at the end of the year being the highlight of the racing calendar. Now, with the $100,000 bankroll, you start with the basis of spending $25,000 at each sale, but I think that's a little unfeasible. I think you can find a lot of value in Louisiana at a fraction of the cost, where usually the bloodlines and the yearlings are at a premium in Ruidoso, and therefore you will find higher prices and yourself spending higher prices on yearlings on the mountain. So I will adjust my thinking, and that I will spend 20% of the budget in Louisiana, 40% in Ruidoso, and split the remaining 40% at Heritage in Los Alamitos. But I have found that you have to be flexible in your plans when you go to auction and be able to call an audible once you are going into looking at these yearlings, because prices vary, and if you like a horse, chances are someone else does as well. Now the next step is to go out and attract 9 other partners that I trust and that I want to share this venture with and get them to invest in this partnership. Here's the deal. 4 horses from 4 different yearling sales to run in different parts of the country, and all you need is $10,000 to buy in. What do you say?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
great.
sounds good.
Count me
That's a
in.
great idea.
Et qu'on se dit monnaie. Oui, on peut faire ça, justement.
Now it's time to hit the catalogs. Some people look at the catalog religiously like an accountant crunching numbers, and some don't look at the catalog at all until they actually see the individual. I tend to fall more on the number crunching side. I want to have as much information as I can on the individual before I go to the sale and look over the yearlings. And a wealth of information about yearlings, past sales averages, and just about everything you want to look at is on stallionesearch.com. It's on the sales page, and I utilized a sales results search tool to find the prices paid on yearlings in years past, and I tend to search by dam. It's like having the Kelly Blue Book right at your fingertips of running quarter horses, giving the market price of yearlings pertaining to their bloodlines. Now the time is coming. I'm about as ready as I'm going to be, heading out to my first yearling sale of the year in Kinder, Louisiana. The Louisiana sale is one of my favorite sales. I didn't run the numbers, but I would be willing to bet that you would find that the Louisiana Million Futurity is stocked with the majority of qualifiers going into that $1 million state-bred futurity that went for under $20,000 at auction. I would say you get the most bang for your buck in Kinder, Louisiana. And of course, the food in Louisiana is fabulous. For the day and a half leading up to the sale, I probably looked at over 100 yearlings before I narrowed it down to my pick. Hit 191 from the Darling Farms consignment, a sizable Jess Louisiana Blue filly, really caught my eye when she first walked out of our stall. She was not perfect, a little bit offset in her knees, but nothing too severe. If she was perfect, she'd probably be out of the price range. But it was her size and what I assumed she would look like in 2019 around this time of the year is what excited me about her the most. She had a racy look about her as well, and she was typical to what you see from other Jess Louisiana Blue yearlings. She was also a half-sister to a filly who is a stakes place winner. Her sister ran a third in their restricted Grade 2 Lassie Futurity at Delta Downs. A quick look at the sales results tool on StallionEsearch.com shows that the mare has had 3 go to the sale, 2 of them in the $8,000 range, with last year's yearling at 2017 bringing twice that amount at $17,000. I also got an indication from the consignor that she felt that the filly was one of the top looking yearlings from this mare to go to the LQHBA yearling sales, so I was willing to go to my max budgeted $20,000 mark for this filly. The yearling's number was up on the board, hip 191, and looking at her in the walking ring behind the sales pavilion made me like her even more. She entered into the ring. I had my fingers crossed, hoping that she would be affordable.
35, get 3 up, 2-3 up front, gonna be 35, take it on board. Now 45, that's gonna be 45, then 45, then 55. 855, then 55, then 55, then 55, then 45, then 55. Now 55, now 6, now 5, now 7. 87, then 7, then 57, now 7, then 57, here we go. Now 8, now 8 on there, 8 on there, 7 on there, now 8, 8, 7 there, now 8, down 7, now 7, 5, 8, 8, 7, 5, 8, now here. 7 pound, 8, 7 pound, 8, 8, 7 pound, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 9. 85. 80 down, 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 have a 5, 85 with 85. Hey, look at 85. 80 down, 5, and then 80 down, 5, and then 80 down, 5. Here we go. 85 and 5, and 5, and 5, and then keep them there, and then 5 there and a half. Marking back 8,000. Thank you.
A disappointing amount for the consignor who was expecting more, but still at $8,000. With that purchase being under the budget, that means I can funnel the additional $12,000 I budgeted for this sale to carry over to another yearling sale, either at Ruidoso Heritage or in California at the Low South sale. I was delighted to lead Louisiana with finding a yearling at that price, at that level of quality of looks and pedigree. Next stop on the sale season is the All-American Futurity Weekend of Events on the mountain in Ruidoso. The Ruidoso Select Yearling Sale is 3 nights of the finest available yearlings to be purchased in the running quarter horse world. I can tell you that I was thoroughly impressed with the book this year going into Ruidoso. Tons of top shelf bred youngsters offered for sale. The All-American Futurity Weekend is a lot of hustle and bustle for me once I get there on the mountain. So I went to work before I got there, poring over the catalog and looking over the information on stallionesearch.com. Over the last couple of sales in Ruidoso, I've had the luxury of looking over the sales yearlings with my friend Hal Wiggins. Hal's decades of experience looking over thoroughbred yearlings correlates to looking at runners on the quarter horse side. I spoke with one of the top bloodstock agents in Kentucky, and he was quick to point out to me that regardless of the breed, if you can pick an athlete with talent at the yearling level on the thoroughbred side, you can pick one out on the quarter horse side as well. And therefore I am blessed to have him there, giving me his knowledge and allowing me to absorb all that I can and to learn as much as I can when we're there in the thick of it. Be sure to check out next month's Film of the Month for the continuation of this film of setting up a partnership in the quarter horse racing world. This film is brought to you by Horse Logic, and you can visit them online at horselogicpro.com/racing.